Hey everyone! So if you've been following Carrie Bradshaw and the gang, I've got some news that's going to hit you right in the feels. We need to talk about what's happening with And Just Like That, and why we won't be getting a season 4. The return of our favorite New Yorkers. Back in 2021, And Just Like That brought us back into the fabulous world of Carrie Bradshaw and her closest friends, diving back into their exciting lives in New York City. This revival of the beloved 1998 Sex and the City series gave us something we didn't know we needed. Following the dramatic, romantic, and absolutely hypnotic stories of Carrie, Miranda, and Charlotte, but this time in their 50s. New faces, same friendship energy. What made this even better was watching the trio continue finding new sides of themselves in their personal, professional, and love lives after years of shared ups and downs. But here's what really elevated the show. They welcomed two incredible new women into their inner circle. Seema, a fierce real estate agent, and Lisa, a talented filmmaker. These additions weren't just token new characters. They brought their own fabulous energy to the group. Over 3 seasons, we watched this crew share adventures, life lessons, and so many moments that reminded us why we fell in love with this world in the first place. The perfect ending decision. Now here's where things get bittersweet. As Carrie completes a novel in season 3, the show comes to what creator Michael Patrick King calls an inevitable end. And before you start raging about cancellations, hear me out. This wasn't a network axe situation. This was actually a creative choice. Creator's vision for the finale. Michael Patrick King found what he believed was the perfect stopping point. And honestly, his reasoning makes a lot of sense. He said, "While I was writing the last episode of And Just Like That Season 3, it became clear to me that this might be a wonderful place to stop." Working alongside Sarah Jessica Parker, Casey Bloys, and Sarah Aubrey, they made the decision to extend the original 10-episode order to 12 episodes and end the series with a 2-part finale. King and SJP actually held off announcing this news because they didn't want the word final to overshadow the fun of watching the season. Pretty thoughtful, right? The legacy continues. Let's put this in perspective for a second. The original Sex and the City concluded back in 2004 with 6 seasons total, but clearly these characters had more story to tell. That's why we got 2 films in the late 2000s, then this fantastic 3-season revival that carved out a completely new and modern identity for Carrie and her friends. What made this series special? Here's what And Just Like That did brilliantly. Where the original show followed our girls in their 30s, this series centered around their lives as women in their 50s. And let me tell you, the narrative blazed a bold new path, showing us just how glamorous and exciting this period of life can be. Character journeys and growth. Carrie's new chapter. Carrie's enjoying life as a renowned author known for her biographical work, but she's facing the brand new challenge of widowhood after Big's death and eventually dating again in her 50s. It's raw, it's real, and Sarah Jessica Parker handled it beautifully. Miranda's complete life reset. Miranda goes through what might be the biggest transformation. She begins exploring her sexuality, realizes she's a lesbian, and basically hits a complete redo on life, starting from scratch in matters of romance and self-identity. Talk about character growth. Charlotte's balancing act. Meanwhile, Charlotte, who's happily married with 2 kids, embarks on a daunting professional venture while juggling the complexities of being a mom to teenagers. Because let's be honest, teenagers are their own special kind of challenge. Satisfying endings for everyone. The main trio's resolutions. Here's what I love about how they wrap things up. All 3 women find their own unique happy endings, despite the hurdles in their paths. Carrie finds fulfillment in her work and embraces her own company, choosing that over consistently failing second chances at true love. It's actually really empowering. Miranda finds actual dependable love, while Charlotte's family life continues to be as fulfilling as her professional work. Supporting characters get their due, but it's not just about the main 3. Seema and Lisa also find happiness in their professional work. Lisa faces some complications in her marriage, but she and Herbert continue to face each battle together. And Seema? She finds unexpected love with Ravi, a younger man who's her polar opposite in everything except matters of the heart. Even Anthony gets his happy ending with his partner Giuseppe. The writers really made sure everyone got their moment. Why this ending works? Authentic life representation. What makes this conclusion so perfect is that the show leaves just enough loose ends open to replicate that open-ended and bittersweet chaos of real life, while simultaneously giving our protagonists rewarding conclusions to their narratives. It's messy, it's authentic, and it feels true to how life actually works. A decades-long journey complete. This provides a compelling conclusion to a decades-long story that started back in 1998. We've watched these characters grow, change, face challenges, and find joy across different decades of their lives. Final thoughts. So while fans are bound to have questions about the ending, King's gratitude really says it all. It's with great gratitude we thank all the viewers who have let these characters into their homes and their hearts over these many years. Sometimes the best way to end a story is when it feels right, not when the ratings say so. And just like that gave us 3 seasons of seeing how glamorous and exciting life in your 50s can be, with both familiar faces and new ones encountering entirely new challenges and triumphs. What do you think about this ending? Are you satisfied with how they wrapped up these storylines, or were you hoping for more seasons? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, make sure to like and subscribe for more.